Welcome, everyone. Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're looking at a deeply moving narrative that honestly just perfectly captures the true essence of Eid al-Haq. It's an explainer all about a young girl, her beloved pet, and a really profound lesson in selflessness. We're gonna unpack the little goat of Safa. And we aren't just looking at the events that unfold on the surface. We want to dig into those rich emotional and cultural layers underneath. By breaking this down together, we'll see exactly how a child's deeply personal loss transforms into this powerful, beautiful act of community love.
Now, before we even meet our main characters, I want you to think about this question. Why is letting go of something we love so incredibly hard? I mean, it's a completely universal human struggle, right? We form these intense attachments, we literally pour our hearts into the things and the beings around us, and just the thought of parting with them can feel entirely overwhelming. So as we navigate through this explainer today, keep that deeply relatable emotional core in mind. It's exactly this human tension, between holding on tight and having to let go, that really forms the beating heart of our story.
Let's transition into our narrative with Part 1, Safa and Lulu's bond. This is the unbreakable friendship right at the heart of our story.
So our story centers on a really sweet little Muslim girl named Safa. Picture her, wearing this absolutely beautiful hijab, her face just lighting up with total joy as she runs outside every single morning. And she isn't running out to play with toys. No, she's rushing out to see her absolute best friend and constant companion, a soft, white goat named Lulu. These two, they're totally inseparable. Lulu follows Safa absolutely everywhere. Whether Safa is exploring the garden, chilling near the trees, or playing beside the little stream behind their house, her little white goat is right there, trailing right behind her. And her daily routine really illustrates just how deep this bond runs. I mean, Safa didn't just have a pet. She cared for Lulu with so much genuine tenderness. She spent hours brushing Lulu's soft fur. She would hand-pick and feed her the freshest leaves she could find. Safa would even lean in and whisper her biggest secrets right into Lulu's ears, and then totally crack up laughing whenever the goat made those funny bleating sounds back at her. It's just this perfect picture of pure, innocent companionship. She utterly adored this little goat.
But the mood really shifts here in Part 2, the announcement of sacrifice. The blessed days of Eid al-Adha are approaching, and all around Safa, the village is busily preparing, cleaning homes and buying sweets.
One evening, though, that joyful innocence inside Safa's home is interrupted. Safa overhears her father speaking really gently to her mother. He softly says, "Lulu will be our sacrifice this Eid." Wow. Just think about the sheer impact of those words on a child. In an instant, Safa's heart completely sank. Her smile vanished. That night there was no playing or laughing. She just held Lulu, hugging her so tightly while tears rolled down her cheeks. The reality of the approaching holidays suddenly meant losing her absolute best friend.
This leads us to Part 3, the meaning of Eid. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is we're going to pause the narrative for a second to unpack the father's explanation to his tearful daughter.
So when Safa asks why Lulu has to go, her father doesn't brush her off. He breaks down the true foundation of Eid al-Adha. He tells her that this is a special time to remember the remarkable obedience and faith of Prophet Ibrahim. Through this tradition, Allah teaches them absolutely vital lessons about kindness, about sharing, and about the true nature of sacrifice. So here is the crucial point he makes. The sacrifice isn't just about losing something you love. It actually serves a higher, deeply compassionate purpose. Her father gently points out that the meat from Lulu is going to go specifically to help families who simply do not have enough food to eat.
But, even with that beautiful explanation, the reality is still so deeply difficult for a child to process. Just look at this stark contrast. On the outside, the village is a whirlwind of bustling preparation. Cleaning, sweet buying, it's loud and it's joyful. But Safa's internal world, it's completely different. She listened quietly to her father, but she still felt so deeply sad. Her world right now is marked by a heavy heart, tears, and this quiet, lonely grief that totally isolates her from the loud celebrations happening all around her.
We move forward to Part 4, Grief and Letting Go. It's Eid morning after the prayer, and Safa stays inside, feeling this deep absence of her little goat out in the yard.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because this isn't just a story about saying sad. It's an incredible journey of emotional maturity. We see Safa go from step 1, staying inside, completely consumed by grief in the absence of her friend, to step 2. She slowly begins to look outward. She watches her father actually handing out the meat to their poor neighbors. She sees families coming together to share food. And most importantly, she sees these genuine, bright smiles on the faces of children who are finally getting a good meal. And that, beautifully, leads right into step 3, acceptance.
And that realization brings us to part 5, sharing with the community. Here, Safa watches her father distribute the meat and actually sees the genuine smiles on the children's faces.
Seeing the community-fed changes absolutely everything for Safa. That abstract lesson her father taught her about helping others, it suddenly becomes very real, very tangible, right in front of her eyes. The grief is finally making way for something profoundly uplifting. This realization of community, sustenance, and shared happiness. Which brings us to this beautifully simple, yet overwhelmingly powerful moment. One evening, looking up at the sky, Safa just whispers, "Thank you, Lulu." It's a moment of pure realization. She's learned the ultimate lesson, that while sacrifice can be immensely painful, it possesses the unique power to bring incredible kindness and happiness to so many people.
As we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with this final thought to carry with you. How can our own difficult sacrifices bring unexpected joy and sustenance to those around us? Safa's story shows us that letting go, while incredibly painful, is sometimes the exact mechanism through which we spread the most love. Think about what you might be holding on to and what beautiful things might happen for your community if you found the courage to share it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.